Okay friends, getting these Auxbeam low beam replacement bulbs, these are LEDs, into this 2019 4runner. And we were driving home last night and we came home, drove about 500 miles or so. It wasn't a long trip, but about an hour of that was in the dark, and it was really sweet having this bulb in. So I put one bulb in and I put it on the passenger side because I wasn't sure about if it needed to be re-aimed or that kind of thing, or if it was blinding people. I'd rather have it over here than over here. And so let's look at some cutoff footage so you can see what that looks like. A little nervous about being out here. Our mountain lion just ran in front of our car right back there. Factory light on the left here, white LED on the right, Auxbeam on the right. So it looks like a cutoff. The hill goes up, you can't see it, but the cutoff's pretty good. There's hillside beyond where the light shines. So I'm gonna step in front of the factory one, and there's the cutoff right there for the LED. Okay, so the LED on the passenger side shining. Now we're gonna stand in front of the passenger side LED. And the cutoff looks like it's about the same. It's right about there. Okay, but it's noticeably brighter. Wow, that's significantly brighter. Okay, good, they shouldn't need adjustment then. That's what that means. And you can't even see, if I block the factory light, you can't even see it in the LED. Well, I guess you can a little bit, but where's it cutting off? I'm gonna slide in here. It's not nearly as pronounced as the LED. That is super bright. Good deal. And even my sister said, wow, look, there's a headlight on the passenger side, but there's something else going on the driver's side. And don't you think she's right? That factory light is pretty anemic. You can see the shoulder over here, you can see the shoulder over here, and it was just much brighter over here. Now, the cool part was, and I didn't get video of this, but right down there, as we're coming down our dirt road to pull up our long drive here, a mountain lion ran right in front of us. A pretty good sized cat. It was long, and it was kind of a treat, but I didn't get it on video. Anyway, that's not what this is about. This is about getting these bulbs in. So I've already put that one in over here. We're gonna put this one in over here. Let's get it in. Now we're just doing the low beams. This little gray cap is what we're after. This is the low beam. The high beam's actually more toward the middle, the low beam's toward the outside. So these little caps have a little tab on them, and just they're in different places, depending on the side, but this one's down at the bottom. And that little tab sticks out, allows you to get some leverage on it. Well, some leverage. I guess it'd be easier to pull the battery out. There it goes. But that tab then you can grab and pull, and it'll allow you to pop this out. Now it makes a good seal there. You can see that's the tab I'm talking about. Now that was oriented down, so when I put it back in, I'm gonna put it down just so it's probably the easiest way. All right, so this is gonna be hard to show you exactly, but my hand's gonna be in the way, but that's just kind of how it is. Just grab the bulb, turn it counterclockwise, a little bit of a click and you'll feel it pop loose. Take a little bit of finagling to pull it straight out, but it will come out. Okay, so this is super hard to see, even if you're standing right next to me. What you have to keep in mind is the bulb actually doesn't point forward. It actually points 90 degrees sideways. So the bulb actually goes in sideways. Okay, now the bulb has just a little bit of a tab. Just push that tab and the bulb will slide straight off. That's the bulb connector right there. And the new bulb just plugs right into that. So I actually found this at a hardware store in Spokane. So I was really surprised, and I just bought them because I was planning on buying these on Amazon or whatever for about the same price. So I thought, heck, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick them up while they're here. So here they are. I've already installed one, like I said, and there's the rest of it. There's some extra seals there, it looks like. Okay, and the parts are pretty straightforward. That's obviously the bulb there. There's a housing here. There's a fan inside here. The wire comes down to what they call a driver. That's that box right there. And then that goes down to what they call the socket, which is just the plug. Okay, and specifically it's this model, the GX series. There was a cheaper set for about 40 bucks I was gonna pick up, but they didn't have them in stock. They had them for other vehicles, but this store didn't have them in stock, so I picked up this set. And these are the GX H11s. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna plug this in. What you do is you plug it in and then you test it. Because if it doesn't come on, you need to take it off and reverse it. Nope, didn't come on, so let's reverse it. There it is. Nice. Now tucking all this in here is not something that's going to come out in the camera, But basically I'm just going to set this in the bottom. This kit comes with some little double sticky tape for this driver right here, this box. But there's not really a flat place inside here for me to put it that I found on the other side. So I'm just going to leave it out and set it on the bottom. And it would be much better if it was stabilized, because we do live on a super bumpy road, which could definitely shorten the life of these things if the wires, if that's just bouncing up and down all the time. Pay attention to the little tabs here. The clocking of this is important. There's a big tab and two smaller tabs, and just look at the housing in there, and there's a big tab hole and two smaller tab holes, and just on this one, this big tab lines up with this top edge, so it's pretty easy to line up. It's not easy to get your hands in here because the battery's in the way. It'd be nice to take the battery out, but then I wouldn't have been able to test it. So it would make it easier though. Okay, and there it is installed. I turned on the headlights. You can hear the fan running inside the heatsink there. And here on this other side, this is the passenger side. I don't know if you can hear it, but the fan's running. Now you can hear it. And when you're putting these back on, all the tabs here, the locking tabs are the same, all 4 of them. So I just try to use this tab and put it in the easiest orientation that I can get to it with my finger. Okay, here's the stock bulbs. I just wrapped them up in some paper towels and stuck them in a bag. We'll stick these in the glove box and keep them just as a backup, just in case we have trouble with the LEDs. Okay, and here we are pre-dawn. It's pretty early in the morning, and we'll just turn the low beams on. Both low beam LEDs are obviously much brighter. And we'll click on the brights a couple times. Of course, they're still the yellow bulbs. But what I didn't realize is Toyota has engineered in a slant. And you'll notice that the cutoff is much lower on the left than it is on the right. And this keeps you from blinding oncoming traffic. But the great part is I didn't need to adjust these at all. And now I'll stand in front of each headlight and you can see the cutoff is exactly the same as the opposite side. Wow, that is pretty precise. And also, do you see how even the beam is? I don't see any dead or dark spots at all. And also let me know, if you guys have put these in, whether they're Auxbeam brand or other brands of just plug-in LED bulbs, let me know how long they last and if you're still using them or how long you've been using them. I'd love to hear your feedback. All right, well, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.